it's me, Christiane. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I am a live looping Ableton artist located in Los Angeles, California. And today I wanted to put together a video and tell you all about my experience with my MPD226 and how I replaced it with a Roland TR8S. So what happened was I bought this MPD226. I actually bought it several months ago, and I actually bought another one of these. So I had bought a first one, and the night I got it home, I noticed when I was off in the other room that one of the sound effects that I had programmed for one of the pads was firing off. I'm back in the bedroom and I hear this pew! One of the little lasers I had programmed for pad 10. And I thought at first I was going crazy, but then I realized that it was happening every few minutes. And so I thought, well, got a bad device, no big deal. It happens every once in a while. So I took it back to the store and I got a new one. And the new one appeared to work just fine for me for a while. And after a few months, I'd notice when I would be making a loop, every once in a while there'd be a drum part that I know I did not play, like the snare would fire off or a congo or whatever, and I know I did not tap that pad. So I started realizing it was doing what the old one was doing, just in a different way. Well, anyway, so one night after I had made some rearrangements with my stuff and I had disconnected this and reconnected it, it came back up with some weird error on it, and all the lights were strobing, and it was essentially not working. And after doing a bunch of research and thinking I'm going to have to send this into the, to the manufacturer to be repaired under warranty, I was kind of frustrated, and I started thinking that this is not a dependable device and I need to figure out another solution. And so I had happened to recently go to the Synthplex exhibition in Burbank, and there I had gotten to try out the Roland TR8S, and so I was so impressed with that I thought maybe I should go ahead and try using it as a replacement for the MPD226. So I ponied up the money for it, which it's quite a bit more expensive than the MPD. But I went ahead and got it, and I have to say that I am actually kind of glad that this crapped out on me and that I was forced to replace it, because the TR8S just has so many more features than this does. It's so much more advanced, so it's worth the money. And so I now have this, and this has now become a paperweight. So I thought for my friends who have not gotten to try the TR8S and might be curious about it, that maybe it would be a good idea to put together some videos showing all the features that it has, so you all can decide if this is a sequencer for you. So this first video is just a real high-level overview of the features. I'm not going to get too deep into everything, but just to kind of give you an idea how it works. And then hopefully I'll follow this up with some more videos getting more deeply into the other features that I don't talk about and how you can program different drum patterns in this. So if you're interested to see what the Roland TR8S can do, stick around.
Christy and music.
So to get started on our high-level overview of the TR8S, I'm going to first start off with showing you the pattern select button. So this is how we're going to start. We're going to select a pattern. We're going to select one that I have pre-programmed for my cover song Cruel Summer. And essentially what a pattern is, it's a collection, it's a drum kit and a collection of variations of the drum kit sequences that you're going to make, and so it's all housed inside of a pattern. And so there are factory preset ones on here, and you can create your own. So we're going to go ahead and load this one up, and we've done so just by simply scrolling to it. And so next I'm going to show you this button here, the TR-RAC button. And what that does is it puts us in the mode to sequence our drums along these 16 pads. So we can select, this is our bass drum right here, and so we can just go ahead and do like a 4x4 on the floor. And then we can come over here to the snare and just do we could come over here, and instead of actually pressing these buttons, another item we can use here is this pad. And then we can come over here to the closed hat, and we can either put them in how we want to manually, or if we decided we didn't like the way we did that, we could press this clear button here, clear them out, and start over again. And let's say we want to use the pad. Okay, so notice I made a mistake here. We can just simply fix it like that. We could come over here and throw in some open hats and remove those here so you can hear them better. And that's essentially using the sequencing mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear that out. And I'm going to show you the INST REC button. So in this mode, what we're able to do is sequence our drums using these pads here. And all of these pads represent the different drums here. We'll get started. Let's just go ahead and pound out a beat. Okay, notice I made some mistakes, so I can come back over here to the TR-REC mode, and I can actually correct those mistakes however I want to. I kind of like that extra one there. See, that one's off, so we can fix it there. Then we could come back over to this mode again, and we could either use that pad or use this pad. Okay, so let's show you the next mode, which is this button here, INST play. So the only difference between these two modes is that this one is essentially not recording the drums or the sequence as you play with it. So you can, it's not recording that, it's just playing it. So that's just fun for doing a little quick jam and then going back into your sequencing. Okay, so now that I've created that sequence variation, it's in variation button A. What we can do is press this copy button here, press the A button, and then press the B button. Okay, so now it's copied over to the B button. So let's just add a little bit of variation to it from the previous beat. Maybe change some kicks or something. Okay, so now we have variation A and variation B. Each are 16 beat sequences. So let's say we wanted to have a 32 beat sequence. Well, all you have to do is press and hold the first button that you want to be the first part of the sequence, and then press and hold the second button you want, and now it's going to link them together. Watch. It's playing that one, then it's going back to A. It's flashing red to let you know that's the first variation in the sequence of the 32 beats. And then when the B flashes in green, it's playing. And you can link all of the buttons together, so you could make one big long thing and not have to play with this after you have all your loops built. Okay, so now that you have a basic understanding of how to... Now we've got an empty one here. Okay, so now that you have a basic understanding of how to build some sequences, I'll get a little bit deeper in here. Most of this here, it's pretty self-explanatory visually. Of course, these are your volume faders. And these are your buttons that represent your different drum instruments. Here, these buttons here are assignable. They can be, here are the values here: FX, LFO, depth, delay, send, reverb, send, pan, and off. And whatever you select it on, then you can manipulate these as you're playing them. The decay, let me go ahead and play this again so you can hear it. So you can hear what the decay is doing. Okay, and here's the tune knob. I think I said button earlier on decay. I didn't mean button if I said that. Okay, so there you go. You can see how you can tune it. Okay, up here we have some more effects that I'll get into later. Accent, reverb, which of course you can hear that. Too much right there. We've got some delay parameters we can use. We have an master FX. Okay, and then over here we have this nifty little auto fill-in feature. So you can turn it on or you can manually fire it. And what it does is the unit itself is a little bit intelligent, and it'll take the instruments that you have programmed in for your variation and it'll make a little fill. So let me just go ahead and press it. Okay, so that's just manually anytime you want to hit it. And let's go ahead and turn this over here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the auto now so you can hear. So it's going to do a fill every 2 bars, and then every 4 bars, and then on to every 32 bars. You can get that. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and let me just go ahead and turn it off for a second here, turn off the beats. I'm just going to go over this part here real quick. These are just essentially all the buttons you're going to use to set up all your system parameters and everything behind it all. And this would be a whole different video. But I thought I would kind of point out here, you can see I actually have this synced to Ableton, so the tempo is being controlled by Ableton, and I have MIDI cables connected, and so that's how I am syncing my beat to Ableton. And I was gonna go in here and show you, yeah, here is the settings for syncing it up to Ableton, is in the sync tempo. And I'll go into that more deeply in another video, but it's really easy to connect to Ableton to sync it. And then I, of course, run my audio out to my mixer. I'm not actually running this into Ableton, although you can record audio loops off of this. You can use this as a MIDI controller, but to me, I just tried it for a minute and it just seemed real limited, so I don't think this works nearly as well as a controller as it does as its own unit. Okay, well, that is essentially the overview of the TR-8S, and you saw me make a little beat real quickly. I will follow this up with some live looping videos of me using this bad boy in action. So if you have any questions about this device, please post them below. If you want to see a tutorial or just a demonstration of something very specific about this unit, leave me a comment and let me know. I'm going to try to put out some more videos as I learn this, because I am brand new to it, but I'm going to put out some more videos and show you some other things, because there's more things you can do on this. I just didn't want this video to be too long. Just a quick high-level overview. So yeah, like I said, leave comments below if you found this to be helpful or interesting, and you have a friend who might be interested in learning how to use the TR-8S. Please share the video and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down and tell me why you didn't like it, and so that way I can improve my videos, because I want to share what I am learning with you. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm Christiane, and I will see you next time.